Hi, everyone. We're the Pass the Time Players. We want to welcome you back after our break. We hope over the holiday season you all remain safe and healthy. And now we're ready to bring you more stories. So this evening, we will be presenting The Spirit in the Bottle. Before we get started, we want to remind you to please like us on Facebook and follow our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our stories. Now, let's get started this evening and meet our cast. My name is Debbie, and I will be your narrator.
I'm Joe, and I'll be playing the father.
I'm Tony, and just like in real life, I'm going to be the son.
And I'm Maddie, and I will be playing the spirit.
So now sit back, get comfy, and enjoy The Spirit in the Bottle. A long time ago, there was a woodcutter who had only one son. He loved him and lived a very simple life. While the woodcutter spent his days cutting wood in the forest to sell to the village people, his son spent his days reading every book he could get his hands on. Each morning, the son would offer to accompany his father into the woods to help, and every day his father would say to him,
"Oh, no, my son. It's very important to me that you become educated. I don't want you chopping wood for a living."
But Father, there's nothing wrong with being a woodcutter. All the villagers wouldn't have wood for cooking and heating their homes if it weren't for you. They wouldn't have any tables or furniture in their houses. What you do is very important here. I'm very proud to be a woodcutter's son.
Well, thank you, son, but my mind is made up. I've decided to use all my savings to give you a good education at a university so that you can have a decent and honest job, which will help us survive when I can no longer work. I'm not getting any younger, and one of these days, this axe will be too heavy for me.
Thanks, Father. I'll study so hard you'll be proud of me.
You leave next week.
The young boy went to the university where he spent 3 years. He was an excellent student. He had found his passion. He enjoyed helping people, so he decided to study to be a doctor. He only had 1 more year until he graduated, and then he would be able to return home and take care of all the people in his village. One day, the boy received a letter from his father.
My father doesn't have any money, so I have to go back and help my father.
When he arrived, his father said to him,
"I'm so sorry, my son. I know how much you enjoyed studying at the university, but I can't cut as much wood as I have in the past. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't chop as much wood as when I was a young man. And with the little money I earn now, we can hardly survive."
Don't worry, Father. I'll go with you to the forest and I'll help you out.
Oh, it's hard work, and you're not used to it. Besides, we only have one axe, and we don't have money to buy another one.
Why don't you ask your neighbor for lending us an axe?
Oh, that's a good idea. And we'll buy another one when we have enough money.
Now the next day, their neighbor lent them an axe, and so the two of them went to the forest. They cut a great deal of wood, more than the woodcutter had chopped in a very long time. The son thought that his father was right. Cutting wood was very hard work, harder than studying at a university. Finally, his father suggested that they sit under one of the shade trees and share the lunch that they had brought with them. They enjoyed their time together, and the son was very grateful for all his father had done for him, and he was glad to be able to help him now. When they had finished, the son suggested to his father,
You rest for a bit under this tree, Father. I will take a short walk and see if there's any better trees up ahead, but I'll be back soon.
Well, don't take too long. We still have a lot of work to do, and the sun will be setting soon.
I won't be long.
His father leaned back against the tree and began to take a short nap. He liked having his son to keep him company and help with the chopping. His son wandered into the woods, enjoying the scenery he remembered from his childhood. He had spent many hours in this forest while his father was chopping wood. When he was in the deepest part of the woods, he saw an enormous oak tree. Then he heard a voice calling to him.
Help! Help! Let me out of here! I want to get out!
The son stopped to listen. He didn't know where the voice was coming from, but there it was again.
Help! Please, anyone! Please, let me out!
The boy continued walking in the direction of the voice. Someone must be in trouble. Finally, he saw a bottle stuck in the ground. The voice seemed to be coming from the bottle. Carefully, he picked it up. It seemed very old and was very dirty. He couldn't see inside it, but he heard the voice again.
Help! Let me out, please! Help me!
The boy held the bottle up to the sunlight, and inside he could see a shadow of a very tiny creature.
How strange. That voice coming from inside is in this bottle.
Let me out! Let me out!
The little creature began jumping up and down inside the bottle so hard that the son almost dropped it.
Come on! Come on, what are you waiting for? Let me out!
Okay, give me a minute. I'll open it. The cork is stuck.
You pull, and I will push from the inside.
The boy put the bottle down into the ground and pulled on the cork. The little creature inside pushed as hard as he could against the cork. Suddenly, the cork flew off into the air and the bottle was open. The little creature started to grow and grow and grow until it became a huge giant.
Prepare yourself. I'm going to eat you. I have been locked in that bottle for a very long time, and I am very hungry.
Wait. Before you do that, I have to be sure that it was you who was inside the bottle. Then you can eat me.
But of course it was me. You saw me.
Prove it.
Prove it? How?
Get smaller again. If that was really you inside that bottle, get smaller again and prove it.
Very well. Then I will eat you.
Then the giant got smaller and smaller and smaller. And when the creature was back inside the bottle, the boy quickly put the cork back into the bottle.
Let me out. I did what you asked. I proved it was me inside this bottle. You must let me out.
If I do you promise not to eat me?
I will do something even better. If you let me out, I will do whatever you ask of me. Please let me out. I will make you rich. I'm telling you the truth. I won't eat you. I promise. Let me out of here.
You have to promise that you will not eat me.
I promise.
The boy opened the bottle, and the little creature started to grow until it became a huge giant once again.
Thank you. Now I will keep my promise. How may I help you?
I really don't know.
I have an idea. Here, take this handkerchief. When you or someone near you suffers an injury, cover it with the handkerchief and it will heal instantly.
That should definitely help when I continue my studies at the university, if I ever go back.
Why wouldn't you go back?
My father's getting older, and he can no longer cut wood like he used to when he was younger. And we can't afford to pay my costs at the university, so we barely live enough, to live on. So
I can help you with that also. When you cover a metal object with this same handkerchief, the metal will turn into silver.
Silver?
Yes, it will become silver and then you can sell it. You have more than enough to live on and go back to the university.
Oh, thank you. I I don't know how I could repay you.
You have done more than enough for me. You released me.
Well, go now. You are free. Enjoy your new life.
As soon as the giant left, the boy returned to his father, who was beginning to chop wood again.
Where have you been? It's getting dark and we haven't finished.
Don't worry, Father. I'll do all the work.
The boy took the axe and cleaned it with the handkerchief, and suddenly the axe turned to silver. But the silver was so heavy that it also broke the handle.
Oh, no, son. You broke the neighbor's axe. Now we have to pay for it, and we don't have any extra money.
The boy looked closely at the broken axe and saw that it had turned to silver.
Don't worry, Father. I have something to tell you.
What is it?
Look at it, Father. This is not an ordinary axe.
Oh, what do you mean?
The father took the axe in his hands and was very surprised.
What's this?
It's silver, Father.
Silver? But how?
The boy told his father about the giant and the handkerchief that could not only turn things to silver, but could also help to heal people. That was what excited the son the most. He could finally help people.
We have to sell this axe, Father.
Let's go to town right away.
Once in town, they sold the axe almost immediately and bought a new one for their neighbor.
Let's give our neighbor this new axe. He'll be so surprised.
And with all this money, I can go back to the university where I become a doctor.
Oh, what about the handkerchief?
Well, with this handkerchief, I will heal all my patients, and I will return soon and become the doctor for our village.
I am so proud of your son.
And so the son went back to the university and finished his studies. He became a doctor, and as promised, he returned to his village. His father was able to retire from woodcutting. They lived a modest life, helping all of their neighbors. The end. We hope you enjoyed our story today. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel because there'll be more stories coming your way soon. But until then, we are the Pass the Time players. Bye.